So I know like you said there's like obviously stuff directly linked to the company you can't really talk about probably. But in terms of like LinkedIn, or I don't know, like the kind of reputation of Suspicious is the kind of famous people who'd wear like Jay Alvarez or like Gigi Hadid, like those kind of iconic social media people aren't kind of immediately people who kind of follow them and listen to them aren't the kind of people you'd immediately imagine to be on LinkedIn following them. So like what would the kind of target a market on LinkedIn be? Because obviously it's not kind of the same as Instagram, where you're able to target specifically the followers of those celebrities who are known to have worn or wear Suspicious, whereas LinkedIn is more kind of professional in terms of, looking for jobs, contacting, trying to build your network. Are people aware of the brand, or is it actually really trying to drive sales? And
so my vision for LinkedIn is a little bit different than the company's vision. What I might say might not really necessarily be parallel to what Suspicious thinks and does on LinkedIn. But if you're looking at sales, I don't think LinkedIn does that much for sales. I think Gymshark has like 70,000 on LinkedIn. Last time I checked, I think. I don't really think that affects their sales at all. It's what LinkedIn, in my opinion, is good for a company is giving the opportunity for people outside of your business a window inside of your business. And this can be by sharing your most valuable information, letting people in on like decision-making choices and processes, internal stuff, and thought leadership. And I think by sharing your best information, I think the biggest thing is that you'll attract potential business partners. The mentor that I had in Suspicious, who I still like, he's my first contact point within when I'm making LinkedIn contact. He tagged me in an article, and somewhere in the article it said that people that read thought leadership of a company that they resonated with, they're way more likely to do business with that company. So I think it's very good for making connections with people that, LinkedIn is more educated, you could say, audience than Instagram. It's a more wealthy audience as well. So if you're looking to like resonate with someone that's really good in finances, you put out a piece of content and that resonates with them, you've now made a connection with a highly capable, individual that vibes with the content that you put out, as well as attracting young talent, internships, like young students like me and you guys. We're also looking on LinkedIn to find chill companies to work with, work for, do internships with. That might be the biggest goal for LinkedIn. But like this is for a company that's selling real products, like hoodies and sweatshirts. And if you look at Gymshark, it's leggings and workout clothing. But I follow this lady on LinkedIn called Shay Rowbottom, and I think she's got like 200,000 followers on LinkedIn. And she, I think she started, like her niche is optimizing video content for individuals or for businesses. And she just started putting out her best information on LinkedIn. She blew up. It's pretty common to see 200,000 on Instagram. It's not that common to see that on LinkedIn. And that attracted so much business for her that I saw a video maybe 6+ months ago that, she was describing her LinkedIn, content thing. And she said, like within 6 months, a year, my business grew to 6 figures, which is fucking insane. And a few months ago, I saw her with Grant Cardone on a video. Grant Cardone is this I see one of you guys laughing. Yeah, he's like a best-selling author, super successful business guy. He's got big following on Instagram, and because she was interviewing him or something, they got talking about LinkedIn, and through that conversation and through her previous content and that momentum that she built, she actually got him as a client to run his LinkedIn profile. So now she just has an incredible client to work for. So I think that LinkedIn is a very viable option to really focus on your content strategy. I do think if you look at sales, it would go better if you're in like services or digital services, or maybe intellectual property like ebooks or maybe online courses. I think that might be better if you're looking really to sell something on LinkedIn. But yeah, it's also like the platform is so young still. I mean, it's been around for a while, but it's become a content platform pretty recently. And
Yeah.
because there's not as many people really posting stuff on LinkedIn, and there's an undersupply of content and there's an oversupply of people that consume it, LinkedIn just naturally pushes out content to people that you don't follow or people that have no idea who you are. So it's like there's a lot of free organic reach that you just get for free for nothing. And then if you make good content that resonates with people, if you provide value, then yeah. As well, like the lady Shay, she it wasn't like LinkedIn was 20% of her like social media content strategy. I think she went like all in on LinkedIn. So it makes a difference as well how big and how proportionate you go in on LinkedIn.
So LinkedIn's more for the business activities rather than an actual sales output.
I would say so. So if I'm looking at analytics at the suspicious account, I know that there's the vast majority of people following are people in marketing, people in fashion, and people in design. So if you then try to cater to them, I think next week there's a post coming on design choices that we made.
Mm-hmm.
If you then cater to those, people in that niche are going to really resonate with that content. We're trying to provide value, so hopefully we get to make a connection with those people then. And then if they like and if they engage, people in similar branches might just get to see it on their news feed for free because LinkedIn decides that it's a good piece of content and people actually care about it. So yeah, it's knowing also what people you kind of want to reach and what people you want to help and provide some value with.